waggling her finger in warning.
What he did was unforgivable, but you can't fault every English person because of him or what happened in Ireland.
You and I haven't even seen Ireland. We're still Irish. We haven't seen Ireland only because Mama had a premonition of the Great Hunger and left before it happened, Ainsley said. I'm glad she convinced my Mama to go with her, or we'd never have met.
I'm glad too, Betha. So, what's this new doctor's name?
Ainsley didn't want Betha to think she wasn't interested in her news.
Dr. Prescott,
Betha gushed. Don't you dare say that sounds stuffy.
Fine, I won't, Ainsley said, smiling again, but her smile disappeared when she heard a familiar voice.
What's she doing here?
Betha asked.
Probably introducing herself to the new doctor, Ainsley said.
Likely, Betha frowned. If anyone could make Betha frown, it was Maribel Virginia Hartley. Her family once owned an immense plantation in Virginia. Ainsley and her mother had been healers and midwives there, Betha and her mother Cara house servants. Occasionally, Ainsley attempted to be empathetic of Maribel. Her life had been drastically changed too, but she treated Ainsley and Betha as inferiors still in her service. Maribel lived in a less grand home now. The beautiful mansion on the plantation had burned to the ground. Ainsley didn't like to dwell on that night for many reasons. Maribel continued to wear her fancy gowns with wide hoops and crinolines and colourful ribbons in her hair, though her family wouldn't be considered rich southern folk any longer. Ainsley glanced at her own plain dark dress, grateful for the colour. She could sit on the grass or dirt and never worry it would appear soiled.
That water looks refreshing,
a masculine voice said. He definitely had an English accent, but Northern English. In truth, he sounded a bit Irish. Ainsley prided herself on being able to distinguish accents. She turned to see Betha had described him accurately. He was tall, with dark, wavy, collar-length hair and blue-green eyes. He was smiling, and his voice was cheerful. Afraid of insects and crawling animals, Maribel hung back.
Do you mind if I join you, ladies? The man asked.
Suit yourself, Ainsley said. We don't own the creek.
Betha looked mortified but giggled nervously.
This is my friend, Ainsley, the smartest, most efficient nurse. She and her mama are healers. Ainsley knows absolutely everything about diseases, injuries, and healing with herbs.
That's very impressive. Most medications are botanicals, therefore knowledge of herbs is essential. I'm Cal Prescott, he said, sitting down next to Ainsley, a bit too close in her opinion.
That can't be your name, Ainsley said.
Pardon me, he replied, his expression perplexed.
I've never heard of an Englishman with only two names. You're not Calvert, Charles, Henry, George, James, Edward, Richard, Stanhope Prescott III, Earl of Northumberland.
He chuckled easily at that. She liked the sound of his laugh and how his eyes crinkled appealingly at the corners, revealing his mirth. She attempted not to smile, but was unsuccessful. You've aptly named nearly the whole English monarchy. It's Caldwell, not Calvert, but I go by Cal. And no, I don't have so many names.
I'm Ainsley Bridget Byrne, she replied, briefly shaking his hand.
If they were going to be working together, it was best to have a good rapport. She tried to ignore the unusual warm sensation as their hands touched. Nurse Kelly said I should come meet you. I think you're the only nurse I haven't met.
I thought you'd just arrived, Ainsley said.
Earlier today, the other nurses seemed more eager to welcome me. You're from the north of England.